Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 125 of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show that's about Sonic news, movie news, and Sonic movie news. My name is Ethan, and with me here today is Devin.
He's actually 43 years old and suffers from a very rare skin disease that stunts his growth and makes him look like that.
That is a quote from the Sonic movie. I actually recognize that. It took me a little bit, because when you said he's 43 years old, I'm like, which Sonic character is supposed to be fucking 43? These animals don't live past 12.
I was inspired by one Twitter account that we follow on our Sonic Movie Show Twitter, at Sonic Movie Show. I retweet one of their tweets once in a while, but they had one today where it's from that bar scene. Their Twitter account's at Zooms247. So like they're the ones who are doing every single frame of the Sonic movie, and they're not even close to. And they've been doing it for a long time. And the sequel's about to come out, and they're still not even past the bar scene. But I was inspired by that because it has the subtitles up. So like it said that quote, and I'm like, oh, that'll be my quote for tonight. So shout out to them.
What's the purpose of
why not? Why not?
But that's what I love. You know, you commit to a really weird bit, and you just commit. It's the joke is the time committed to it.
Yeah.
That's why, again, this is probably the 20th time I've brought this up. In another dimension, we did my idea of this entire show was every week we watched the Sonic movie again and re-review it.
We would have died in that timeline of something. I don't know if it would have been directly related, but it might have been related.
You just died early. Something happened.
No, it reminds me of this one YouTube channel called Did Someone Ring the Dinkster? And every day for the last 5 years, they've played the clip from Spy Kids movie 3, whatever the third one's called. I forgot the weird title it has.
It might have been 3D.
3D.
That's probably the title.
The guy comes down from the sky and he says, "Did someone ring the Dinkster?" And it's just that clip. But they've been doing it every day for like 5 years, and I'm sure you can go look it up on YouTube. Did someone ring the Dinkster? Once in a while, it'll be a little bit different. Like if it's Halloween, it might be like spooky themed. But then the next, 35 will be, just the same clip over and over again.
That's got to be easy to set up.
They got to be scheduling
this
it.
Month.
They got to be scheduling it. It comes out the same time every day. It has to be. But
well, there was someone I followed
shit
on Twitter. I think I still follow. I don't know if they tweet much anymore. Every day during Trump's presidency, she would tweet, "Today is the day Trump finally became president," because you'd see media would do that. He would finally give a speech that didn't seem super insulting, and the media would just jerk off all over it. Today is finally the day he became president. She would tweet that every day.
And then there's the Nancy Pelosi one where her face is in the Teletubbies sun, and then every Sunday morning, it's just that clip of her saying,
"It's Sunday morning.
Good morning. Happy Sunday morning," or whatever the fucking clip is. It's just so stupid. Yeah, I love Twitter accounts like this. It's just a time sensitive joke.
At one point, I had a Twitter account that was like that, where I found crazy batshit eBay listings, and I just tweeted screenshots of that. But
yeah,
that got old real quick.
It's a tough thing to find too.
Yeah.
There's so much on eBay.
In any case, today's episode is going to be a news one. We're going to go by quickly by starting off rambling about unimportant things. We have 3 bits of Sonic news for you guys today. I feel like we kind of want to do this more often now. We haven't done news episodes in a while, and I think we kind of want to shake them up and make them short and punctual news episodes. So
we're reporters now.
Perhaps once a month or so, we'll do an episode like this that is Sonic and Sega adjacent news for you guys. So the first one, and I want you to take this one, Devin.
Yes.
Is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has been screened, and people are saying things about it.
Yeah, so we got early tickets a week or two ago at this point for, I believe it's April 6th, like a day before the actual release date. So it's not that early, but we're seeing it a day early just so it helps us get an episode out as quickly as possible. But if you're in the biz, the movie review biz, sometimes you get to see movies even earlier. And some people have seen it. Cinema Blend's Mike Reyes saw it. And so you can, there's an article on, or if you just Google it, you can find multiple articles about this. But basically, a couple different, like I said, different movie reviewers saw the movie and gave their thoughts on it on Twitter. So Mike Ray's at Mr. Controversy 83. What a weird name for being a professional, movie reviewer. I thought you'd have a more serious name, but whatever. Hashtag Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Didn't even use the right hashtag. Is a Sonic blast of nostalgic fun, quite a bit more lore and extension of Sonic 1's story than I expected, which is fantastic. Knuckles and Tails make for beautiful additions to the cast, and the surprises this movie had ready to go blew me away. This is from Cinema Blend's Mike Ray's. And we did do a whole episode about predictions and whatnot. I don't want to really dive into it. But one thing we did mention in that was that we hope that everything they show in the trailers and whatnot isn't giving away the entire movie. Like, if anything, we hope whatever we saw in the trailers was just like the first half of the film.
Hope so. Yeah.
So reading this makes me think that we're going to get some that no one's guessed so far or hasn't expected. So that's exciting. There's another one here by Chris Killian from comicbook.com. And they wrote, "Good news, Sonic 2 is every bit as fun as the first one, and the kids will love it. The addition of Tails and Knuckles makes it feel more like Sonic. Once again, Jim Carrey is awesome as Robotnik, but this round, some of the other characters get some time to shine, too." So there you go. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, a lot of praise for Tails and Knuckles so far. Eric Davis of Fandango gave his thoughts right here. "Good news, hashtag Sonic Movie 2 is a lot of fun. A much bigger, more action-driven film than the first Sonic, with great jokes and plenty for longtime fans. Jim Carrey is a next-level maniacal as Robotnik, but for me, it's all Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. That trio delivers a ton of heart and humor." So once again, praise for the big three, I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
Then there was Ash Croson from Screen Rant, another popular movie review site. They said, "Sonic Movie 2 is a worthy successor. The kids in my theater were howling. It has all the winks, nods, nostalgia, and laughs fans of the first movie could ever want. It feels more loyal to its game roots than ever." So there you go. We've watched a lot of video game movies as well on this channel. So if you've been listening to the show for a while, or you can just go through our episode list right now, you can see all the different video game movies we've reviewed. And the last one we did was Doom. And we've seen so many different takes on video game movies. And this kind of gets me a little bit hyped in a kind of a different direction, because I think the first Sonic movie was much more of a action buddy cop film than a video game movie to a certain extent. So this gets me kind of interested in that regard, that, like, let's see how much they're going to really tap into that video game-esque of Sonic. And I think we're getting close to it. I don't want to go through, well, there's only a couple left. We'll just do those. Nikki Novak, also from Fandango, said, "Just saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's a love letter to video game lovers. Had a ton of fun with it. Unlike a lot of blockbusters, the third act is bananas and the strongest of the film. Jim Carrey reigns supreme." So this gives me to think that we're going to get something wild in that third act. So there's 3 acts, it sounds like, too. So maybe, like we said, that third...
Movies are made of 3 acts.
Yeah, but I'm saying is, when we were talking about that trailer and whatnot, we felt like that, like, we saw the chunks there, and it makes me think that, like, well, maybe that's all in the first half. So now there's some love for Jim Carrey. Dana Abercrombie of The Coalition says, "Sonic Movie 2 is everything I wanted, filled with moments I didn't know I was allowed to ask for. It makes the first Sonic look like child's play." That's pretty big words. "I witnessed children and adults collectively losing their minds. Overall, it made my heart smile, and I cannot wait for the sequel."
So it sounds like they did what we kind of hoped and took the success from that first movie and went buck wild, just crazy for this next one. They took all of the okays from the higher ups to do anything they wanted. That sounds good. That's what I want.
Last one here. Dorian Parks of Geeks of Color says the cinematography of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 didn't have to go as hard as it does. That's what the article said, but I'm going to read her or read their my apologies, their Twitter post about it here. Hashtag Sonic Movie 2 is a real love letter to the blue blur. It takes everything you liked about the first film and gives you so much more. Tails and Knuckles are fantastic additions, and Jim Carrey as Robotnik is even more unhinged. We're gonna get Dr. Robotnik crazy up in here, and I like that. That's exciting to me as well. So. But yeah, that's all the main ones that are listed in this article, and I tried to like a bunch with the Sonic Movie Show Twitter account, but I also don't want to like too many because I'm afraid that the algorithm will start giving us spoilers. So I'm trying to be really careful. So people out there, if you're trying to avoid spoilers, just be real careful. And maybe, if anything, like go on Twitter or whatnot on your social medias and start muting words if you want to be extra safe.
Something I feel like I should do more often.
Yeah, I did that with like any of the big Marvel movies, or the Batman. I did it with because I was just, even though I saw it like the same weekend or whatever it came out, I was just so afraid that like I was going to get spoiled in some way or have different expectations going in because of what I saw. So yeah, but nothing here was spoilery. That's why I wanted to share these. But I think this just adds more to the hype for me. And it's good to hear that it's doing good, because I think the previous movie, a lot of video game journalists and whatnot said that they liked it, right? But like, I think critically, it wasn't like, oh, this is amazing, like maybe the video game journalists were saying. So to see like, some of these like Fandango and whatnot folks review it and say that like, hey, this is really good and better than the first one, I think if anything for me, this I think puts the stakes a little bit higher for me. You know what I mean? Like expectations. So as I was just saying, like, I don't like to read tweets or whatnot that change my expectations. I just did it anyways. But these are only positive ones, so I think it just adds to the hype.
Nice. Well, next up, we're getting close to this movie. It's April 8th, although we're seeing it on April 6th. Yay. Also, a lot of the marketing materials are coming out. We're starting to see, more TV spots and this and that. And there's McDonald's toys and,
toys at Target.
Yuji Naka retweets everything he sees, and he always responds with a little hedgehog emoji. One of the weirdest and wildest marketing tie-ins comes to us from Xbox Global Partnership. There is a brand new Xbox Series X, or Series S rather, sorry, the cheaper one, Xbox Series S, branded with Sonic Movie 2 stuff. There is a Xbox bundle with 2 controllers, and can I tell you right now, these are some hairy-ass controllers. So it comes with a blue and a red furry controller. There's a blue controller that's supposed to be like Sonic, and a red one that's supposed to be like Knuckles, and they are furry. The front half is the fur, the back half is still the plastic grip, if I'm told correctly. And it is... The synthetic fur is said to be reminiscent of the bristly textures of hedgehogs in the wild. Even though Knuckles is an echidna, I never really thought of wanting to hold something bristly, but this looks soft and probably not actually bristly.
It looks like something you'd see, like a fur coat. Like that's the texture. So it's not going to be uncomfortable, but it's just this is such a weird thing. This is very weird.
Want it so fucking bad. Like, I want this so fucking bad. And what's also cool, too, is the console itself is a black Xbox Series S. They only come in white unless they are brand, like something like this. You can't just get a black Xbox Series S. They only come in white. This is black, and it's got, movie render of Sonic and Knuckles clashing underneath the giant circular vent. But the circular vent is ringed by a ring, and that looks actually pretty damn cool.
I like that more than the Knuckles versus Sonic.
Sure.
I feel like that's a little cheesy.
That feels like
the ring
controller
is cool.
Decals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see those.
But to be fair, I think that no one will notice that at first when you see these hairy-ass controllers, which, by the way, are going to get hella gross. You cannot be eating Cheetos and holding this controller, folks. Like, this is going to be... Can you wash this? That's another question.
No.
Does it have a little zipper that I could is it just? That's a question. Is it physically part of the controller, or is it like a case, like a couch cover?
I think it is supposed to be the front plate of the controller.
So you can't wash this shit.
No, unless you took it off, which it would be possible. Obviously.
I wonder if it comes with like cleaning directions. Apart. It's got it, right?
I don't know. They're doing these in two giveaways. The first of which is actually already up and running. I've entered. I want this so badly.
I hope you get it.
God.
You can use it as like a Swiffer duster or whatever. You can like that thing's gonna collect dust. Like, there's so many issues with this, but I love that they just committed to this. So like, this is ridiculous. Fuck it.
It's gonna be really hard for me to see the buttons when they're like furs like
I
over
know.
them. You know what I mean? Like, it almost looks like the sticks are like they have no travel distance to them because they're just surrounded by hair. But yeah, no, this is interesting. I'm surprised they didn't try to do any other video game related merchandising. You know what I mean? Like, this is the only video game related merchandise for the movie. They didn't do Powerade or when any of the other third-party controller companies didn't make a Nintendo Switch controller that's Sonic Movie 2 themed, or I haven't seen any of these stuff yet. So it is interesting that like the only one is a branded Xbox console with hairy controllers. But I'm 100% down.
So are they selling these controllers separately, or can you only get these through the bundle?
Only through this
Which is a giveaway.
Sweepstakes giveaway.
So this is like when Bojangles did their Xbox giveaway.
Yes. Yeah.
Or when they did the fridge. Eventually, didn't the fridge something you can buy now?
I don't know, but they did an Xbox, Bojangles Xbox. The guy I watch on Twitch, who used to be part of Giant Bomb, Dan Riker, has a gigantic Bojangles box that it came in. Like, picture I'm going to eat Bojangles, and it comes in a little paper carton.
Yeah.
But like, it's a giant wooden version of that, and he throws Amiibos in there when they go to jail. That I love all of the really corny Xbox like branded
Microsoft is really like, since the announcement of their new console and whatnot, trying to like kind of win the hearts back of some of the Microsoft fans. They just do not, like, they're just going straight for like weird shit. They're not afraid to try it, and they really are like, hey, it's okay, you don't even need to buy an Xbox, you can just enter to win this, like these weird things. Like, I find it so interesting. It's definitely an interesting marketing plan, because like Sony would never do shit like this, at least not in our current era.
No,
they're very like, yeah, they're very like, no, we're in every household, we take ourselves very seriously, like
we have a presentation to maintain. Yeah,
when Xbox is like has done like a complete 360, no pun intended, going from kind of like that, like I said, like what PlayStation was doing with Xbox One, and they're like, no, fuck it, we're goofy, play video games, have fun. Yeah.
And here's
they're winning the marketing war, that's for sure.
Your furry blue controller. If I win this, Devin,
yeah,
I win by tweeting them with hashtag Sonic2 sweepstakes, I think is what it was.
I should go back and do the Sonic movie show just to be sure, because I don't know if I did or not. I usually do, but I might have missed it.
If I win this, I will be playing through every Sonic game on this Xbox. In fact, that will be the only games on this Xbox are Sonic games. I will run through Sonic Unleashed at 60 frames per second through backwards compatibility on this Xbox. God damn it. I platinumed that game last year on PS3.
Basically make it
ran at 15 frames.
Basically make it a Sonic time capsule. So like when we ever have like a nuclear war or something, they'll find this furry Xbox controllers and Xbox and be like, what is this? And it'd be like, all the games are on it.
And it's just Sonic.
It's just Sonic. This is all we have left to represent humanity.
No. Well, we have one more piece of news, folks. This is interesting and cute.
Another interesting marketing thing to do.
Looks like Sega is starting another YouTube kind of marketing type of thing that they've done these every now and then. They try something new. And they're doing VTubing next. They've done this once before in Japan. Sonic was a VTuber for a brief amount of time.
That was just one of his
briefly in Japan
things that he did.
There's Dr. Mario, there's Sonic the VTuber. It's the same thing, right?
Gotta pay the bills.
They are starting a new series called Tails Tube. Tails is a VTuber now. I don't know what he's going to be talking about. He's being voiced by Colleen Oshazani. Maybe I mispronounced that. I'm sorry if I have. She is voicing Tails in this. and he's just a talk show or something. I don't know if he's going to be playing games. How awesome would that be if the VTuber Tails has to play through like Sonic 2 and hates how hard it is and just can't beat it? But yeah,
well, actually,
Tails...
it looks like there was an episode up
What?
today. Yeah, it looks like it's a video. I'll put it in our little chat here. And folks, if you go to @Sonic_Hedgehog, the main Twitter account, you can go see this. But yeah, it looks like they had a video today. It's like 4.5 minutes. So it doesn't look like it's like a Twitch stream or something like that where they're streaming like 4 hours playing Elden Ring or something like that. But yeah, it looks like they talked to Sonic at one point. There's a monitor. They're talking to someone on their version of Twitter, I guess. But yeah, it looks like just a little skit or whatnot. They're watching some Sonic clips. Oh, no, there's Amy as well. So yeah, you have all the people in there.
They're watching stuff from Sonic. Yeah, all these different Sonic games. Weird.
Who do you think this is for?
Children.
Children, 100%?
100% children.
But I find that interesting when they post it on Twitter. Like, how many, like, kids... Because I don't even know isn't Twitter's terms of service you have to be, like, over 16?
Over 13, I think.
13?
I think a lot of things are over 13.
You can see boobies on Twitter, though.
You can see boobies in real life. You can be 2 and you can see them. This is interesting. Will I watch this? Probably no.
No, we have no
Probably
interest
not. But it's not made for us. It's made for younger kids.
And no, we're not reviewing it.
No. I just like the fact that this is like similar to every time there's a new Sonic game and they do a Twitter Q&A video series with the actual Sonic voice actors. I like that they actually utilize the Sonic voice cast for stuff like this. You know what I mean? This could easily be not spoken, and it could all just be text. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo would never do this with Mario. You know what I mean? They would never get Chris Pratt, the voice of Mario we all know and love, to do this.
Chris Pratt's probably too expensive. He's like, I'm not doing that shit. That's a good point. I think that just goes to show that, like, the voices of at least the video game versions of Sonic and Friends, I think that they actually genuinely care about the characters and like to voice them, and I think they know that like Sonic fans really appreciate them. So I think that's kind of cool.
Why it was a big deal when Roger Craig Smith left or had to leave or however that happened when he wasn't voicing Sonic anymore. Like
for like 2 months,
the outcry, yeah. And just like I followed him on Twitter. I follow a bunch of voice actors on Twitter. When he tweeted basically just the blue heart being ripped in half or whatever, and saying not outright saying it because for legal reasons he probably couldn't yet, but just saying he had to stop something he loved. Seeing all these voice actors reply with like well wishes as if he had said my mom died. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was a lot of that type of like, hey, nothing I can say right now will actually make it better. I'm just going to let you know I'm here for you type of, replies. Like, he took it very seriously. He was a big deal. Sonic is, a big deal to him and all that. Like, these actors that voice these Sonic characters love the fact that, like, Shadow might have been in, like, 2 lines in Sonic Forces, but, like, damn sure he's going to show up for all these Twitter Q&As.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in Sonic Colors, but he was there for that one.
And they seem to do it, too. It's not like something like they recorded, like, while they were recording the video games. Like, they go out of their way to do this stuff. Like, we saw that, like you were mentioning earlier, that Q&A they did, like, they did that same day. Like, they were recording that same day, getting it out that within, like, an hour. Like, they had a whole team, I'm sure, doing that. So yeah, they definitely care about it, and I think that's pretty cool because not many, like you said, not many video game franchises have that. Even some of the most legendary characters or whatnot, aren't marketed like this, and the actors aren't going to usually do stuff like that if they are trying to market it that way. It'll just be text or a picture, and that's it.
Yeah,
or
they feel like it might hurt. Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, Sonic is in a unique position where they can make fun of themselves. They can, be a little real. They can also pretend none of this is real and it's all just the seriousness of the games in the sense of, like, staying true to what the games are. Like, they can hop around and be whatever. They can have Tails be a VTuber. Like, and it makes sense enough with how they've done these characters because... even though Mario is a character and a brand because of the character and the character is on the mugs and the pajama bottoms and the backpacks and stuff. Ultimately, it is his gameplay which made him popular. And Sonic, it is not his gameplay that made him popular, that gave him notoriety. It was the characters and like
Mickey
everything
Mouse,
they've done
like,
with the characters.
mascot.
The fact that there have been multiple cartoons of the characters. You know what I mean? Many cartoons. There's like 7 now, or 8.
Well, yeah, like think about this, like Halo, for example, Master Chief, right? Has so many, like has what, 5, 6 games, and they're just now doing a TV show about the guy, about Master Chief. You know what I mean?
You could probably poll people and say, does Master Chief talk? And a good amount of people would probably say no. Because they don't know if he says anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a man in a helmet. But yeah, like, you know, Sonic is in this unique position where they can do this, and God willing, keep it up. You know what I mean? I love seeing this. I would never expected them to like, yeah, we made a VTuber now. You know? Like, what if they actually start streaming on Twitch?
Like, God, I mean, that'd be real tough, I think, as a voice actor to like be in character constantly on a stream for that long. You have to pre-record that shit. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be live, I guess.
Even though I think it'd be hilarious watching Tails play Elden Ring, like I said. Like, I think that'd be great. And Tails is fucking swearing. Like, fuck this boss. That's bullshit.
I can't beat Market. And then the chat to the right's like, it's supposed to teach you to explore because it's supposed to be too hard for you to finish.
Yeah, you have people backseating fucking Tails, and Tails starts like, Tails is like, shut the fuck up.
Sub-only mode.
Sub-only mode. That'd be awesome. Actually, yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get this going. I want a rated M for mature, a rated R version of Tails who's just playing Elden Ring and getting really mad and toxic, and like the chat's just being real toxic.
Tails is one of the top 10 GTA Online players.
Tails is doing all the GTA role playing servers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just being...
You're not supposed to run the light.
Oh my god. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Tails finally plays Sonic Colors. Like, it's like, I've never played this Sonic game before.
And then they just trash on it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, totally. Sonic games are bad. No wonder no one...
I keep running into the spring. Why did they put this here?
Exactly. Like, that'd be great. Just be super self-aware. That'd be awesome. Maybe
as soon as we turned to 3D, it was... Yeah. Well,
as soon as we turned... Yeah, just like bring that up. Like, honestly, like 3D Sonic sucks.
Well, this has been fun. Anything else we want to talk before we wrap this up?
This might be the last like news, Sonic movie news stuff until unless something really crazy happens.
Sonic is murdered.
Yeah. Unless something really really crazy happens, this will be the last episode before we go see the movie. I know like our last episode we did was about our predictions and whatnot. If people are looking for something like that, go check that out. But this episode we want to just do more news stuff and Sega stuff in general. But everything's mostly about the movie right now, which makes sense. They're really trying to plug that. I've been seeing a lot of ads everywhere, like on YouTube and whatnot, like stuff that's not even necessarily related. Been seeing it on Twitter. I know, like on Reddit, I was seeing that like people are seeing like buses and billboards covered with Sonic shit. Like that's pretty cool to see. So, who would have thought a Sonic movie sequel would be on near Times Square?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited for this movie. We will be reviewing it soon, but we'll see you next week for another episode of the Sonic Movie Show. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Stay thirsty, my friends.